Okay, so today I want to talk about being stubborn. So I personally am a very stubborn person, like my mindset especially. It doesn't like, if it believes in something, it will believe in that thing hard, hard, hard. And it wouldn't want to change. And that's a good thing, right? Obviously, if you're aligned to certain values, then and your brain and your body literally doesn't want to change from that value because it kind of feels impossible to stop being the way you are because of that stubbornness, then it's a good thing, right? It's a good thing only if you have the right values. And I'm not going to try and like outline what other people's right values are, but what I think right values are is going to be basically all the things which I'm talking about in my YouTube channel: social anxiety, social skills, discipline, all those things. If you align with all those values and you're stubborn to stop behaving that way, like if you use if every day you get up at 7 a.m., 6 a.m., whatever is early for you, and you like, you brush your teeth, you get a workout, you get an exercise, you start grinding on your work, maybe you go to work, whatever your case is, you come home, you grind, you work out, you read, you work on your personal projects, stuff like that. Like if that's just how you are and you refuse not to behave that way, like if you wake up in the morning next day and see yourself sleeping at 8 o'clock, oh snap, it's 8 o'clock, and you jump out of bed and you go and work, like that's you being completely aligned with your values. You do not want, you can't live if you like, you don't have any other way to live. If that's what your values are and you're stubborn about it, then that's a good thing. But for me personally, my habits are, or my traits, I have social anxiety, and I'm not trying to convince myself that I have this because also, if you know that you're like, you're not the best when it comes to talking to people, then, you don't need to tell yourself, you don't need to wake up and look in the mirror every day, I have social anxiety. When I go out there in public, I'm going to be afraid of people. I'm going to be afraid to initiate conversations because I fear the worst case scenario. Like, you don't need to do that to yourself, but like, you are aware of the fact that, hey, this is an area in life which I need to improve on. So you're going to be like, yeah, cool, no problem. I acknowledge that I have it and I'm going to work towards improving it. Now, back to what I was saying about stubbornness. So, if you have all these kind of habits: social anxiety, ill discipline, what else? Fear of judgment, fear of rejection, fear of embarrassment, all these traits. Now, I have all these traits and my body is stubborn with them. It doesn't know how to live life without these traits. It's used to living life with all these five traits which I just labeled. And that becomes a problem because it's not taking you anywhere. That like when you go into the public, you want to be, just going with the wave, talking to people. You don't want to be tense because that's the worst thing. Like even right now, as I'm recording this video, maybe it might not look like I'm tense, but as I'm speaking, I can kind of feel like myself. I'm like holding my shoulders up, and I'm not like physically picking them up, but like they're super tense. They're not relaxed. Like even my chest, my throat, my body, like I'm just like super super tense. So I'm also trying to understand how I can stop feeling so tense. Because if you do like your research and you figure you like check online, you're gonna say things like do box breathing, do hold your breath, breathe heavily, or they all these like tactics, but I don't know. For me, they don't really work. Not they don't really work. I do try them all the time, but like they don't really have much of a long term effect. Maybe it can work in the moment, but like I feel like there's something else which you can do in order to actually fix yourself for the long term, and we're gonna work on figuring that out. But basically, if you're stubborn about your bad habits, then you're always gonna be someone who's not grinding. So the goal is to remove stubbornness. How do you remove stubbornness? Because if I'm saying I'm stubborn right now and I have to like just teleport to the middle of the mall, then and I don't want to like interact with people. This is like literally how I'm gonna be feeling when I go to the mall. Like I'm literally like this. I don't want to open my teeth. I don't want to open my mouth. Do you know why I don't want to open my mouth? Because I'm super insecure about the gap which I have in my teeth. Okay, not so much, but that's like my main insecurity when I talk with people. It's like I feel as if I speak to you and if I open my mouth and you see my teeth like this here, my mind is already thinking this person doesn't like me just because I have my teeth. And even though I don't really know the guy's true opinions, I'm just gonna assume that. And if like once your mind you know, get convinced that hey, this person doesn't like me because of my teeth or whatever, then you're gonna literally start behaving weirdly. You're gonna start behaving like you're lower than him. You're gonna start putting yourself down. You're gonna start not valuing your opinions. If you have something to say, you're gonna like, you're gonna just push him aside and you're gonna try and accommodate to his words. So if he says he likes cats and you hate cats, you're gonna be like, yeah, yeah, I like cats also, man. It literally just like submitting. You have submissive behavior, and that's what happens with me when I have to open my mouth, especially if I see someone I'm attracted to, or someone who I admire. If I like, maybe I see you having a fire drip there, or you speaking well, then like I'm gonna put on those behaviors, and that's super annoying. And I also don't want to be in my bedroom every single day busy talking about these things. I want to go out there and really grind on these things. Because this week I couldn't really do that because I had work on the weekend and long hours actually. Sunday I woke up late, so I mean I can still go, but I don't know. Maybe I should just go. Maybe me not going right now is me listening to that mind of mine. Because the whole week I was thinking about this, like, I wanted to go to the library and try and make buddies and all. I really do want to go now since I'm talking about it again. I don't know. It's kind of late right now. It's 12:49. I don't know. Okay, we'll see if I'm gonna go or not. I'm talking about things I shouldn't supposed to be talking about on camera. So basically, guys, if you like, that's just the concept of like stubbornness. Like, if you're stubborn with good habits, then you're gonna make progress in life. But if you're stubborn with bad habits, then you're always gonna be in the same bad position which you're trying to escape from. So, try not be so stubborn with those things and allow yourself to actually start moving towards becoming a better person. Allow yourself to open your mouth, allow yourself to get rejected, allow yourself to be seen in society. And sooner or later, you're going to be making a whole bunch of progress. So, love you guys. See you in the next video.